So, dear student, today we are going to discuss the methods of reducing and increasing the friction. Why we discuss this topic? Because in our daily life, frictions play a very important role. Sometimes it is not desirable, and sometimes it is very desirable, because all of the majority of the work that we do in our daily life, somewhere the friction is involved. For example, if you write with your pen, you know that from our discussion that pen, you hold your pen with the help of the friction. If there is some oil which is over the pen, that pen is going to be slip. Okay. In the other case, when we walk on a road and if there is a less friction, some slippery oil is placed on the road, we can slip. Okay. In the same way, we can say that if we want to cut the vegetable, there the friction is necessary. So variety of work we are doing in our daily life, okay, from morning to evening, somewhere the friction force is desirable and somewhere it is not desirable. Where it is not desirable? It is not desirable where it causes a wear and tear. Wear and tear means you see that the tires of the vehicle got worn out, okay, because of the friction. And if there is more friction, so whatever the energy that we have, suppose I am riding a bike, okay, cycle, and if the road is sandy, there is a lot much friction. So my whole of the energy is got wasted in the friction force, and useful work is obtained less. So somewhere it is not desirable and somewhere it is desirable. So today we are going to study some of the methods by which we can reduce or increase the friction force. As you know, the friction force is a contact phenomena, okay, and the basic idea of reducing friction is that we have discussed that the friction acts between two surfaces, and if you look the surface under a microscope, it consists of a valley and this hills, okay, it consists the valley and hills. So basic idea of reducing the friction force is to anyhow you reduce this valley, okay. So this thing can be done out the variety of ways. So we are going to learn those ways, and on all of the techniques our basic aim is to fill this valley or reduce this valley or to cut this valley, okay. So here these things are going to be done by a different method. So first method is making the surface smooth by lubricants, okay. So this is a very successful method. Suppose you ride a bicycle which is kept over a long month ago, okay. So it is kept over a year. So year long, if you start up or you ride a bicycle, you will feel more friction, so which can be reduced by a lubricant oil. If you supply a lubricant oil to your bicycle, to the chain and sprocket, so definitely the friction force is going to be reduced. So what actually happen, the oil fills this valley, okay, the oil fills this valley and it makes a thin membrane, okay, it's make a thin layer. Oil fills this valley and it makes a thin layer over it, so that the friction force is reduced. So suppose any object, suppose a wheel is there, so there is a friction force between the wheel and the oil, but so in this way we can reduce the friction force to a very good extent, okay. So basic idea is fulfilled to reduce this gaps or to fill here we are filling these valleys, okay, with the lubricant oil, so that a thin layer is created, and on that thin layer the motion is performed, okay. Now lubricant can be made of oil, it can be liquid, it can be solid, and it can be gas. So it is strange, the liquid lubricant, how it can be solid, how it can be gas, because in some situation we can use a lubricant as solid, okay. Now so by polishing, now it is a good method to reduce the friction. Now what happened, because in case of the lubrication, these valleys are filled by the lubricant oil, but while polishing we polish the surface up to an extent that these these valleys are cutted down. Okay, these valleys are, we reduce this, we polish the surface such that these valleys are cutting in a particular way. You see a very marble and all these things, they are highly polished, so they are valleys, and valleys are cutted, and these depressions and these rise and fall are cutted. Okay, these valleys and these, all these things are cutted to make the surface smooth, so the friction force can be less. Okay, now third thing, by powder, by talc powder. Okay, so there is a talcum powder, what we say talc powder. When we use powder, all of you know, if you play a carom, okay, if you play a, suppose you play a carom, okay, which have, now to reduce the friction force, we spray a particular powder. Okay, we spray a particular powder. Why we are spraying a powder on a surface of the carom board? Because it reduces the friction force. Okay, so it helps the striker, suppose there is a striker, it helps the striker to move easily, to strike with the coins of a carom board, so that our effort is going to reduce and we can play the carom in a very efficient way. Okay, now a graphite, as you heard about the graphite is solid, but it can be used as a lubricant also. How? It firstly, the graphite can be converted into the powdered form. So we have a powder of graphite, and that powder graphite is being applied to a different variety of machines. Okay, and in that particular machines, by sprinkling the powder, the friction is going to be reduced. Now how it can do that? So come to the basic idea, it can fill this gap, okay, so thereby it reducing the friction. Now fifth part is by streamlining, because you know that in the nature you see a fish, you see a different marine animals, you see a particular thing, that most of the animals in the nature are very pointed end in the ends, and narrow, wider, or you can say wider at the middle, and again pointed ends in the end. So here it have pointed ends, and here it is narrower. This particular shape is known as the streamlining. Okay, so you see a aeroplane, means streamline is a technique by which we can change the shape of an object in such a way that it can minimize the friction force by the fluids and the gases. Okay, you know, you see a fighter jet on a TV or whatever, so it's this point is very streamlined, it make in a such way. Nowadays some bikes are also coming, these are the racing bikes whose shapes are streamlined. Okay, so by modifying the shape of an object, we can reduce the friction force. Now next point is by using soap solution. Okay, now do you know that we in our home we are using a variety of object, and that object are used, so some type of machine which is, okay, so this is a circular machine. Okay, and in this machine, to reduce the friction force, because it can cut, suppose this is the wood, or it can be any solid thing. Okay, it can be any solid thing, it can be a stone also. So by putting some soapy solution on this surface, we can reduce the friction. Okay, as you have visited any industry, you will see there are a lot of big machines. Okay, you can visit to the carpenter, they have also machines, and they can cut their wood. Although in the wood and cutting of the wood, the soap solution is not used, but where the iron is being cut, or you can say steel is being cut, and the stone is being cut, we can use the soap solution to reduce the friction. Okay, now have you looked in a bicycle, have you look in your bicycle, suppose this is the axle. On axle there is a bearing, placed on an axle, and what this bearing do? This bearing minimize the friction force. Okay, this bearing minimize the friction force. So it have a roller, it have a particular, this is called as the roller bearing. Okay, so this rollers roll. Okay, this you can say this shaft is fixed. This shaft is fixed between the center. This shaft is fixed. This axle, or you can say axle, is fixed between the center, and on the upper part there is a motion. Okay, this is the chain. This goes to a chain. So on the upper part there is a motion, and the center is fixed by the use of shaft or axle. Okay, so these are known as the roller bearing, and with the help of this bearing we can minimize the friction force up to a great extent. So there are number of methods. Okay, so we have discussed up to 7 methods by using wheel or converting sliding friction into the rolling friction. Now as we know that if you compare, if you have an object which can slide, okay, suppose if you have a suitcase, okay, that can, and if you want to test whose friction is more, so you have to slide this suitcase. Okay, you have to slide this suitcase on a surface. You will feel that more amount of energy is required, and instead of sliding, if you have a roller like that, okay, you will feel a less amount of friction forces or less amount of forces needed. Why? Because here the roller can perform a motion in such a way that it can reduce the friction up to a very good extent. That's why we prefer the roller or the shape which are in the round shape, so that we can convert the sliding motion into a rotatory motion. Okay, so when it is another way to improve or to reduce the friction, just to convert the sliding motion into the rotatory motion, or so we can reduce the friction force. So here because I have said earlier, friction force is necessary evil. It is somewhere it is required very much, and somewhere it is undesirable. Okay, now methods of increasing friction. Now why we want to increase friction? Because if our tires got worn out, okay, if our tires got worn out, so what happened, this, suppose I have drawn only this much part, this, suppose this is a tire, and this part is worn out. If this part is worn out, there a great chance of the tire to slip. Okay, so what we do, the grooves of that, here we make a particular grooves. As you have seen the tire of your bike, car, they have particular grooves. Okay, and by putting some grooves, we want to increase the friction force, so that our vehicle may not skid on the road. Okay, so by making the moving surface rough, okay, by increase the roughness of the surface. So here we want to increase the roughness of surface, and that can be achieved by putting a grooves or putting something which can increase the roughness. Okay, so first method is by making the moving surface rough. Okay, so here we can achieve this, and by increase the roughness of the surface. Now whenever you use the matchbox, okay, on that matchbox a surface is very rough, and when you so that it can the fire can be illuminated easily. Okay, so matchstick can, if you perform the matchstick, okay, you suppose this is a surface of a matchbox, and whenever you slide a stick on this matchbox, white illuminates, because here we make a matchbox in a particular manner, so that there is more and more friction force, so that heat is generated and matchstick is lit up. Okay, so during rains the ground becomes slippery. Okay, so how to increase the friction force? We can put some sand and gravel, which can increase the surface roughness, so we can increase the friction force. Now also you have seen that the athletes use the shoes which have spikes, and so that we can also improve the increase the friction force. So that's how we have discussed some of the techniques, because look student, it is a very general topic. There is no need to very stress out on this topic, because you can see a variety of objects around you where the friction, you want to increase the friction or you want to decrease the friction. Okay, so therefore we can say that the friction is a necessary evil.